the mountseller. Look at that, the coin value. I knew it all along. We knew the coin would come in handy. That is a swing turn and a half. Jesus. What's up, dudes? Thank you very much for checking out today's video. We have been playing some Big Druid. We don't have a really big sample size, but we are 8-2, so we have an 80% win rate with this deck, which is actually pretty darn solid. We have only played 2 Demon Hunters, though, so take that as you will. I'm not entirely sure how we kind of perform in that matchup, but in the meta right now, it seems really solid to cheat out things, right? We're playing the scam meta. It's what it's all about. So in the mulligans, you want to just keep strength in numbers because it allows you to tempo out 2 minions in the turn, which is really relevant, especially when they're big boys. Lets you cheat in your scrapyard colossus, your winged guardian, and just big stuff. And big stuff is generally very, very good. You're playing a lot of ramps. You're playing your breath of dreams, your overgrowth, which you also want to keep in your mulligan. Even sometimes you want to keep like a 9-8 mana dragon just to activate Breath of Dreams, because ramp is so important. If you just draw a handful of clunky stuff, you lose. So you want to be looking for your ramp every single game. The only time where you might look for maybe Wrath or Bog Beam, and you might keep that in your mulligan, would be against aggressive matchups. But obviously I'm seeing a lot of mage right now, a lot of spell mage, a lot of spell druid, so it doesn't really seem good to keep that. But if there's a lot of Demon Hunter, you could potentially keep the Wrath and Bog Beam. Frizz is also an interesting keep, so you could potentially do it because it's kind of like ramp, because it reduces your dragons. So I could see Frizz being a potential, but maybe only in when you're playing on the coin, maybe not on curve. If you're going first, potentially. And that's pretty much the idea of a deck. You want to cheat out your big things. You want to go and get them. We're playing the exotic mountseller, which combos with the innovates, all of the spells, essentially, all the cheat spells. Bog Beam eventually costs 0. Ironbark also costs 0. So you can play exotic mountseller and play all of your 0 mana cards, and you can make a really wide board, which just turns the tempo around, especially considering Druid can only normally play one thing at a time. So that's really, really helpful. And then we're also slamming down the Scrapyard Colossus, which is just the best card to get off of strength in numbers. It's a 7/7 taunt that summons a 7/7 taunt, so it just allows you to kind of get your tempo back, play your card, they have to deal with it, and then you have another 7/7, and then you play your card. So it just kind of regains tempo essentially for you. I hope you guys do enjoy the video. Please, of course, hit the subscribe button down below, because you know your support is greatly appreciated. I'll see you in the games. Into Warlock, we probably chuck the Innovate and the Draconoid. We're kind of looking just for ramp cards, so Breath of Dreams with a dragon, Frizz, Overgrowth, those sort of things is okay. We don't have a dragon, which is a little bit sad, so we kind of can't play Breath of Dreams on 2. This deck, is it actually got the deck on it? I think it does. Yeah, we changed, we're playing some Big Druid instead of, we were trying like the mountseller version. Now this is mountseller Big Druid, so we're kind of mixed up a little bit. We did draw a Breath of Dreams, which is super nice, a dragon for Breath of Dreams. So this is pretty much the nuts, right? Strength in numbers and Breath of Dreams with a dragon is probably our highest win rate draw. He is playing Zoo, so it's going to be a tough one, very, very aggressive matchup. But if we can stabilize, next time we can play Wrath and the Breath of Dreams, which is nice, and try and do the business, see what we get. Nice. We will just kill this flame imp, just try and reduce the amount of damage we can take, which is okay. This, yeah, this seems okay actually so far, because obviously you can't really get too much value from this carpet until we start playing big things, and we're not going to be playing one next turn. We're hoping we draw at Emerald Explorer, to be honest, or an Overgrowth, or a Frizz. Those are really the only cards we actually want in the entire game. Swipe is not what we want. But I am going to play it because it is better than doing nothing, in my opinion. Doing nothing seems bad, so we might as well make the most out of our Wrath. We kill one of his dudes, which makes obviously our minions actually stick around a bit more, which is nice. We can even go Mountseller Ironbark next turn. That's pretty sweet.
Hey, I got you, friend.
Or we can just go Draconid, let him trade into it, and then go Mountseller and Ironbark instead. But we did draw the second Mountseller, so I'm going to do this. Mountseller, get the beast, and then we have the second Mountseller to play Mountseller and strength in numbers, potentially. And also if we draw another cheap spell, like an Innovate or a Wrath or another Ironbark. We're okay, so it seems like a good way to do it. And obviously he might not even be able to kill this 6/11. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's fine. That's got 3 attack. No, it does have 4. Gets +2, doesn't it? Oof. No, it doesn't, because it doesn't have 1 attack. Okay, that's good for us. We discard the matron. Okay, so we probably slam this. We pull out a big taunt, hopefully. Unlucky. Pretty good, though. And then we slam strength in numbers. We get another 2 taunts. We kill him. Awesome. I'm glad that game was nice and quick. Ooh, dude, we're playing against a rogue. I am quite excited, actually. I haven't seen a rogue in a while. We probably chuck all of this. Twin Tyrant is probably a pretty darn solid guy because he can at least trade with things. And he is a dragon for Breath of Dreams, but we still need to mulligan exactly for Breath of Dreams, strength in numbers. All of those good things. Overgrowth. We need ramp, and none of these cards are ramp, which is a shame. They're both cards that are good with ramp, so potentially we can top deck and get some good stuff going on here. That would be nice. I would appreciate that. Here we go. Strength in numbers. That is the best turn 1 drop in our best 1 drop in the deck. Okay, which we're pretty darn happy about. So if we top deck Breath of Dreams, we pretty much win. I think like it's kind of the nuts at that point. Kind of the nuts. Bog Beam. That is unfortunately not Breath of Dreams, but it is some removal, so we do have some potential removal. It's kind of like Seal of Fate, you know, and rogues play that, so it's okay. And it just gets better over time. It's a shame we haven't got any ramp yet, but we still have time to draw into Overgrowth. And Frizz, even Frizz is okay. It does get eviscerated, which is the one problem with it. Overgrowth, nice. We'll have 5 mana next turn if we Overgrowth. 5 mana doesn't allow us to do anything. What does he do on turn 4? And what do we do on turn 4? Yeah, we don't have anything to really draw, so I don't see the point of pointing this out because... Actually, no, yeah, what am I on about? We'll go to 5, we'll go to 6. Oh, I'm bad, dude. I should have coined this out. I am horrific at the game. I'm just, yeah, so used to playing Wild Growth. But it's okay. This way we save the coin for Mountseller. That's what my big brain play was. That's what the big brain play was. It's interesting to think about. But yeah, we would have had 6 mana this turn. No, we only had 5. I'm so confused how much mana I would have had, dude. We would have had 6 mana this turn. So we could have played the Drake. We would have been on good curve. But we wouldn't have the coin for the Mountseller. Like, now, this turn, we can play Winged Guardian, Bog Beam, Iron Bark. Or if we draw a Mountseller, we can do that. So it's still okay. We're just playing 1 mana behind. For a potential of getting a beast. Yeah, no, it definitely was not the right play. But that's okay. We all make mistakes, my dear friends. How much mana have I spent on this? Nothing. Alright, let's Bog Beam this. Bog Beam this. I don't really see the point of giving me +1 and Taunt. Or +3 and Taunt. Because we're trying to put it on the guys without Taunt already, right? So like our Mount-sellers, because they'll be living and trading into stuff, which is super nice. Twin Tyrants, things like that. Oh, nice Togwaggle, bro. We could have killed the Lackey, but that seems bad. I'd rather just try and pressure him here. We can set up lethal in a couple of turns, to be honest with you. Nice. Train to the 5-5, slam this. Could have slammed a 7-7. I like this. We kill both of these. We trigger our big boy. Now the Mountseller. Look at that, the coin value. I knew it all along. We knew the coin would come in handy. That is a swing turn and a half. Jesus. He can't even play his wand here either because his hand is full. Did we just like out-tempo the tempo rogue? Hello. It could have also chose Crown because Crown is generally good against Druid. It is generally good. I guess he's looking for 0 mana cards so he can then play his 1. I think he's dead, dude. That was an insane tempo swing. But even if I didn't have the coin, I would have done this earlier. So yeah, I think it was still correct to coin out over. I just can't count because counting is hard. Okay, so he's playing his Wondrous Wand. Let's see what he picks up. Kronks. Kronks would be incredible here, to be honest. So he can still scam me. He needs Galakron and Kronks, though. So it's very unlikely. Oh, he's doing it. Oh my god, you actually drew Galakron. Is that a joke? Or do you just have a way to remove it?
This guy's toast.
That's fine. Do the counter tempo turn. The scam into the scam. Let's do it. Is he dead? If I say I kill this, I have 11, 14 damage. So he's at 1. So Alex doesn't kill him. So it is probably best just to play a big thing. I could also set him to 1. Setting him to 1's not bad, you know. Yeah, let's just do that. So set him to 1. Because it's still very difficult for him to kill me, right? Even if he plays Galakron, again, it doesn't really do much. So I think we just put as much pressure as we can on. And then we have the refuel of Emerald Explorer into Frizz as well. So we still have a bit of a refuel, which is fine. Yeah, so 0 is the same as 1 in this instance, which suits me. Alright guys, so we're into a game against another Druid. He could be the Spell Druid. He could be another Big Druid. There's also a couple different versions, maybe running the Satyrs. I think we just keep the Overgrowth here. Overgrowth is pretty darn solid. It's a ramp card. We're happy. And we do Breath of Dreams. And we do a dragon. Hello? What is that mulligan, dude? He just wants me to get people, you know? I could innovate out Breath of Dreams. And the next turn I have 3 mana. That doesn't do anything for me. So we will not do that. We'll keep the innovate. It's really good, obviously, with the mountseller. And also just potentially curving out a little bit nicer. There's the map. We've drawn the nuts. Holy Jesus. He can obviously still draw the nuts. We could coin strength in numbers, but again, sorry, innovate strength in numbers, but again, it just gets better with the mountseller. So I'm very, very tempted not to do it. Because Druid really struggles with coming back, right, to a wide board, especially if he's not Quest Druid, because they don't run Starfalls. Wow. He's playing Rising Wind, so he could be a different version of this big deck, or he could just be the spell deck, which is more likely. Wow. So we can literally go mountseller, innovate, strength in numbers next turn. That's nuts. Okay, he probably is a version of our deck then. Wow. I know we missed the value of the strength in numbers, but I'd rather have the 3 drop, because it's just way more tempo. We could even bog beam our own Silverback Patriarch, but he can't kill a mountseller anyway, so I don't think we need to. I think we just spam 2 spells next turn. Or we'll see what we draw. But yeah, spamming 2 spells seems pretty good. Just going wide on this guy and clearing whatever he plays. Oof. Oh, this kills 2 things. I think this is better. Because we only kill 1, 2 anyway. This now kills 2 and this kills the 3rd. Which is pretty good. And it's also tempo. And we all love tempo, my friends. We all love tempo. As a porcupine. Right, this can go face. I'm happy to trade the 3-3 though, just to play around Savage Roar shenanigans. It's clearing the board, doesn't seem like a bad thing. Also plays around the treant thing. Something of the forest, I don't know. Who knows, mate? This Druid is insuperior. He cannot beat the porcupine, dude. You gotta spike them all. This is how this works. This guy actually has a Pokemon reference as his. See right at the bottom, Pokemon. Gotta spike them all. Pokemon reference as his flavor text, which makes me very, very happy. I've summoned my porcupine and he will beat your silly glowfly. You've basically got a Beedrill. A really bad, weak Beedrill, and I have a Sand Slash. And Sand Slashes are superior to Beedrill. You're going to power the world. Ooh. 15. I can do 5, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 is not 15. That's very emotional, actually. I'll just slam that. See what we get. We could also slam the Alex and again and go face because it's very unlikely he can kill me. Right, double Savage Roar does 5, 10, 15, 20. Oh, it does actually kill me. Okay. Yeah, this is definitely the play. See what we get. Obviously, actually, Alex could potentially pick up some of the taunt, but we didn't, so. Okay. You can trade here. We should probably just clear these glowflies because I don't really know how he recovers the board if we do kill him, right? It should be really difficult because then he plays two of those. They have the Treant card, Forest's Aids. That's the one. Love some Forest Aids. It's why you should always wash, you know, after touching trees. Trees are deadly. It's how a lot of cavemen died. That's why you shouldn't eat plants either. That's why vegetarians, you know, are a myth. Because vegetarians just get sick. Insecticides, pesticides, they're very bad for you. Confirmed. There you go. I sound like one of those vegans who isn't... Well, I sound like one of those vegans, even though I'm not a vegan, you know, just telling people how to eat and how to do things. Don't eat vegetables, boys. Pesticides. We're just growing some beasts over here. This is what happens. Oh, wait, she can summon... Oh, it's always 3-cost beast. But to be fair, Porcupine makes it so much better. And he does play Starfall in his deck. This can potentially hit face. It did hit face, which was nice. Bog Beam is very, very emotional. But if he has to spend his turn doing this, we're okay. We are okay. We have lost a lot of tempo though. So Alex might have to be the play here while he's low on board. You summon an eagle, you draw a card. Draw last, order lull. Trade. I think we do have to go Alex because he has to remove it, right? I feel like this is the better play. I don't see us dying from 28. We hit him for 8. And we set an 8-8. So we set up lethal. It's difficult to him to remove this board because we just have a butt ton of health. He can still obviously taunt if he is playing the Ironbark card. Because he's playing Bog Beam, so he could be playing Ironbark. A lot of them, they play the Go Wide and then they play the Gift of the Wild, which gives them +2/+2 and taunt. But he's not super wide at the minute, so I feel a bit safer. He obviously, if he has Kel'Thas, that's where he does all his combos and we kind of die. But he doesn't seem to have Kel'Thas, which is nice. And also, you can't. It's one of those things where you can't really play around it. You know, you just kind of let it happen. It's one of those games. Let's see. So we still have lethal on board. I guess he trades here now. So we're still okay. Kind of sucks he rolled poisonous though, dude. That's talented. Oh, that's sad. Wow. Okay. Okay, you got me, dude. You got me, dude. Yeah, nice top deck, man. I was trying to work out like how I could kind of get through, and then we top deck swipe and win. I hope you guys did enjoy the video because Druid actually seems quite strong right now. We're 7-1. It feels good. It feels I get to scam people and we cheat out a lot of stuff. I'm really sad we didn't get to see the scrapyard colossus, but that's just the way these games end up going. Thank you very much for checking out today's video. Please, of course, hit the subscribe button down below because you know your support is greatly appreciated, and I'll see you in the next one.